My name is Ryan Diesel. I'm the National Sales Manager for Geotab Africa, and I'll be hosting the Geotab Africa Vertical Webinar Series today. Welcome. We appreciate everyone that is attending our webinar today. Our Vertical Webinar Series will focus on customized fleet management solutions tailored to your industry's requirements. Over the past few weeks, our solution specialists have deep dived into features across the following verticals: last mile delivery, source and destination for open cast mining, first responder, cold chain, cement drum rotation, rail transportation, and today we'll be focusing on the MyGeotab and third-party telematics devices. A quick housekeeping notes. Please note that this webinar will be recorded and will be made available for viewing on our YouTube channel or for download upon request. Please may I ask you to type your questions in the Q&A section at the bottom of the webinar screen. These will be addressed in the Q&A portion at the end of the webinar. Kindly complete our webinar survey following our session today. It will automatically open in your browser once the session has ended. I would also like to introduce Mohammed Ali Miahat from Geotab Africa. He will be presenting on the MyGeotab third-party telematics devices. Good morning, Mohammed. How are you doing?
Morning. Good, and you, Ryan?
Very good, thank you. Now, before I hand over to Mohammed, just give a bit of a high level of Geotab Africa. Geotab Africa is one of the leading telematics companies in the world, offering fleet management solutions. Geotab was started in South Africa in 1996 and is one of the very few telematics companies to design and develop its own telematics software. The engineering division of Geotab was moved to Canada in 2000, becoming Geotab Inc. Geotab Africa is part of Geotab Inc. and services South Africa, the African continent, including the Middle East. If we look at the timeline with regards to Geotab, obviously, as I indicated, started in 1996. And in 2005, we launched the Go Live device. And that, I think, is what we all know and understand telematics today, is having your data immediately available to you via tablet, cell phone, laptop, all of those things. In 2012, we launched the Go 6 device with the IOX expandability. And this was a game changer due to the fact is we are now have the ability to integrate with third-party hardware devices, such as door triggers, temperature sensors, Garmin's, and so forth. We also launched our SDK, our software development kit, and this gives us the ability to integrate with third-party software devices as well. One of the big launches that we've done now recently is the integration with SAP. You can look at our marketplace for more information on that. If you look at 2017, we launched what we call the MyGeotab Marketplace. The marketplace is like an app store for fleet managers. You have the ability to type in anything that you require within your fleet organization, such as sign-on screen solutions. And we will give you a list of all the integrated companies that have already integrated with the Geotab software or platform. In 2018, we achieved the milestone of 1 million subscribers. Thank you, Mohammed. As I mentioned in my previous slide, in 2018, we achieved 1 million subscribers. By the start of 2020, we already achieved 2 million subscribers. The Geotab device received the FIPS 140-2 validation. Mohammed will touch a little bit more about this in the slides a little bit later. But what this basically means is that your data is extremely secure. Thank you. Taking a look at our African footprint, or let's say where we are, Geotab is headquartered in Johannesburg with branches and offices situated in Durban and Cape Town. We also have a wide network of authorized distributors, dealers, and fitment centers situated in South Africa and across the African continent. If you look at the 2 million devices, we collect over 40 billion data points and over 100 million miles daily. Now, for organization, having the ability to set rules within one country and have that then deployed across different territories is a huge advantage. Yes, we understand that different territories might have different rules and regulations, and the system has the ability to adapt to that. But again, you have the power to make sure that the system adapts to your needs analysis. Thank you, Mohammed. Without further ado, I'd now like to hand over to Mohammed that he can present on the MyGeotab for third-party telematics devices. Mohammed, thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. Okay. MyGeotab provides a unified interface for all fleet information, enabling the users to manage their vehicles regardless of the telematics hardware they have installed. MyGeotab accepts data logging from telematics devices not manufactured by Geotab, i.e. third-party devices, allowing a MyGeotab database to store information from Geotab Go devices and third-party devices simultaneously, all on one platform. MyGeotab launch. Geotab Africa is pleased to launch a software solution for manufacturers of telematics hardware with limited or no software offering. Industries using fleets rarely have the same brand and models of vehicles as fleets. They depend on various vehicles or equipment to perform various jobs. This results in various hardware and subsequent software requirements in order to track operations. A successful fleet requires a synchronized workflow and comparable data. MyGeotab is device agnostic, thus customers can easily manage their fleet using a unified interface regardless of the telematics hardware used. How the solution works. Integration process. Integrating a third-party telematics device with MyGeotab requires the use of the MyAdmin SDK. The serial number from the third-party device is simply converted into a MyGeotab serial number as required. The third-party device is configured to transfer data to our middleware server. This is the connection between the third party and the MyGeotab server. In comparison to the Go device, the third-party devices are not FIPS 142 validated. Thus, for security reasons, the data transmitted is transferred to a middleware server for decryption and then lastly sent to MyGeotab. System architecture. In MyGeotab, we can easily integrate any other third-party hardware allowed. The third-party device will continue to communicate with the default manufacturer gateway. A middleware server is developed to allow the third-party device configured to transfer data to our middleware server, then to MyGeotab, allowing MyGeotab to accept data logging from these third-party telematics devices. Thus, the third-party devices and Geotab device can simultaneously be seen on one platform. Data types recorded from third-party devices. Geotab supports the recording of the following data types from any third-party device: latitude, longitude, speeds, date and time, status of ignition, going on, going off, auxiliary status, and device data. Allowing this third-party hardware to come in, Geotab has created different plans depending on the data needed from your third-party hardware. We have two types of plans: third-party base plan and a third-party advanced plan. Going through the combined third-party base plan and third-party advanced plan, it allows ignition detection on both plans, geofencing monitoring, unplug detection, towing detection, impact detection, and jamming detection. The above mentioned are available on both plans, the base party and the advanced plan. Monitoring of door switches is only allowed on the advanced plan. Driver behavior, monitoring harsh driving, harsh turning, accelerometer data is only available on the third-party advanced plan. Reports, basic trip history report, general reports, customer visits report, and exceptions report. This data is available on the third-party base plan and the third-party advanced plan. The driver scorecard is only allowed on the third-party advanced plan, as this information has all got the accelerometer and the harsh driving event. So this information will only be available on the third-party advanced plan. So depending on your requirement, when you allow the integration of the third-party hardware, you have the option of what plan to choose, either the third-party base plan or the third-party advanced plan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed, for that very informative presentation. I think you will agree is that that's absolutely an amazing platform, and obviously I think it will be a huge advantage for companies out there. I will now give you the time to put in some questions in the question and answer section, and we'll then be able to answer. Mohammed, I see a few questions are coming through here. First one we got here is, what devices are supported?
All right. If a device has an open platform, we could implement the communication protocol, then we allow to support the device.
Fantastic. And another question here, do all devices allow for the same data type to be recorded?
No. Different devices have different capabilities and requirements and may not offer the same data.
All right, I hope that answers the question. Another question that's come through here, what type of data is recorded?
Okay. Depending on the third-party data, the default data that we do require and recorded is unique identifier of the GPS record, a unique identification of the third-party device. So each device will have its unique ID to identify the device, a geographical position of the GPS record, longitude and latitude. We will pick up the GPS speed, the ignition state, if the ignition is state on or off, the date and time through GPS data, and a flag stating whether the GPS record has been forwarded to the MyGeotab platform or is it pending. Thank you.
Brilliant. So actually quite a lot of data is recorded.
Yes.
Fantastic. If there's any more questions, please do not hesitate to put it in them. And feel free to reach out to us to get a little bit more of an understanding of this vertical. Our contact details is on the screen at the moment. Again, I'm going to leave a minute or two just to see if anyone else has got a question. And just to recap on a few of the housekeeping notes, as I have mentioned, please note that this webinar is recorded and will be made available for viewing on our YouTube channel or upon request for download. Kindly complete our webinar survey following our session today. It will automatically open in the browser once the session has ended. I just want to confirm. I don't see any new questions that have come through. Mohammed, thank you so much for your time and for the presentation. It was really enjoyable. Again, thank you to each and everybody who's joined us today on the webinar. Thank you for taking the time. Be safe, and we will chat again soon. Goodbye.
Thank you.